What is up, guys? It is Jed Wrestling here, back again with another video. And today I hit up a Walmart and I found the Awesome Truth 3-pack. Dude, this is awesome, fun, heavily intended because I've been going to multiple Walmarts over the past couple months, seeing if I can find it, and that they never have it on the shelves. But today they had four, so I can only assume they like just stocked them. They had three NWO 3-packs, which I'm not really bothered with. And then they had four of these. So like I said, they probably just stocked them onto the shelves. In this pack, you get the new World Tag Team Championships, which aren't that new anymore, but they're new to the Elite line. And we're also seeing a brand new Elite R-Truth, an Elite of the Miz, which I don't have an Elite of the Miz. I'm very excited to get that open. I've wanted an Elite of the Miz for the longest time. And you get this awesome suited Triple H. I cannot wait to get this out of the box, so let's do it right now. I'm definitely going to be saving this box, dude. This is too cool. You can see the brick detailing all around, and then on the back, you see this picture from, of course, when the tag titles got revealed. You can see R-Truth, The Miz, and Triple H. This is really cool, dude. Now, with this pack, you not only get three figures and their specific accessories, but you also get this table, dude. This table, like I said, was when they revealed the World Tag Team titles, which I want to look at these first. These look really cool in figure form. We got the World Tag Team Championships. I'm going to try to get a good focus on this. You can see that it says World Tag Team Champion on the front with a WWE logo. You can see some really cool detailing on the front plate, the side plates, even with the WWE logo. And on the far side, you got some trim over here, which they don't normally do on the belts. You got some gold trim for the World Tag Team titles. It's the exact same for this one, obviously. And you can see this table. Now we do used to get a lot more contract tables than we used to get. We get them with like elites, we get them with play sets, but this one is obviously very different. It's very uniquely shaped. You can see a cloth, a tablecloth, of course. And yeah, this is really cool. I don't think you'd be able to use this for other tables because this is like a pretty slim table. It's specifically fit like for this tablecloth. But if you want to, you can put any belt on this desk and have it be like revealed or something. And you can see the red cloth up here, which is of course plastic. And there's a little line going through here. Does this thing break? Okay, I pulled on it a little bit, and I don't think it's supposed to break, which is absolutely fine. If anything, I prefer it if it's not breakable. But you can put the tablecloth over the top. It's gonna take some orientating. You're gonna have to stretch it over so it looks nice and smooth. And you can put the belts on it, which is a really cool look. I like this table a lot. Into the accessories for the first figure we're going to be looking at, and it is Triple H. He does come with these pointing interchangeable hands, which I don't really know if he really needed interchangeable hands. Like you get the microphone holding hands. I feel like that's all he really needed. But I guess it's cool to see some pointing interchangeable hands. And we will see this microphone, which is different from the modern triangular microphones that we see because it does have the red trim on the side. So this is showing that's like specifically for Monday Night Raw. I could use this as a Jet Wrestling microphone because it's like got the red on the side. And Jet Wrestling, the whole theme is like red and all that, but it does have the WWE logo on it. And I just prefer to use like the blank microphones, all the blank stuff and everything. But yeah, this is a really cool microphone for like a Monday Night Raw style, even though they do have a new one. Here is Triple H in the, wait a second.
But I see right through you, Tommaso Ciampa.
Here is Triple H in the flesh. Now, this is going to be a modern Triple H look. So, obviously, he's going to have the bald head. This is obviously what Triple H looks like now. You can see the brown beard, and you can use this for like a wrestling attire Triple H because the head is removable. So, if you want like a 2018 style of Triple H, because they've done this head sculpt before on like wrestling gear Triple H's, I just never got any. But if you want to pop this head on one of those, you can do that because it has a better True Effects technology. And because of this head being removable, you can also use pretty much any other head and then put the head onto the suit. And I think it would look really good. You could use it for like a Vince McMahon or a Batista or something. It's a really nice suit. There's like a light tan color of suit with a baby blue undershirt, as you can see right there. He's got a black belt, pinned knees, excuse me, which do not move very well. I must say these are some very stiff knees on Triple H, but you can see the black dress shoes down here. As for the way this figure is built, it is built like a Build-A-Figure. So of course you can take the legs off and you can take the arms off. which not gonna lie, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, it's not like I was gonna be roughhousing, hitting like pedigrees with this figure or anything, but I don't know. I felt the legs come off pretty easy. It was the same issue I had with the flashback Mean Gene Okerlund back in the day. Like you remember that flashback Mean Gene Okerlund? I have that figure, and dude, like after a while, the parts got really loose because they would fall off all the time. It was built like a build figure, just like Triple H is. But I guess I can get past it because all I was really gonna do like have him. You can have him like sit down. You can have him do the PR and stuff. So I guess it's not the biggest deal. I just would have preferred for this figure to be like stuck together with like no removable parts except the head, of course. Because like what are you really gonna do? Like you take it apart and then like what do you do with it? You put like some different legs on it, but then it would look weird. Like I don't know. I don't really know why they made this thing have removable Build-A-Figure parts, but this is still a really cool Triple H. Here is 2025 Triple H with the microphone and the pointing interchangeable hand. I do like this figure a lot. It has a realistic look and a cool suit color. And in the end, you could use it for a lot of really cool stuff. Like you could use it for some different stuff that he does, like behind the scenes in WWE. Like you could have it in your backstage area, maybe your press conference if you want to set up one of those. This Triple H is very cool. Into Ron Killings and his accessories, we are seeing these basic fisted interchangeable hands and the Awesome Truth t-shirt. Now, this shirt, it's a cutoff shirt. I said t-shirt, it's actually a cutoff shirt. And it's Velcro-less, so it's going to be more of like an elastic material. You can see the Awesome Truth logo on the front and the bricks, very similar to what I said were on the box. You can see all the brick detailing going on the front and around to the back, which is, of course, why they put no Velcro there, so they could still print the bricks on the back. You could use this shirt for the Miz as well, but this is primarily an R-Truth accessory. This R-Truth figure is a lot of fun, dude. I haven't gotten an updated R-Truth figure in a very long time. I think it was like the Elite 78 or something. It was the one that came with the 24/7 championship. That was the last like current updated R-Truth Elite that I got. But this one comes with a really cool updated head sculpt where you can see all the hair going on up to the front. You can see sort of like blonde dye. I'd say I get it's sort of like bleached tips on the end of his dreads, which look really cool. And you can even see some detailing on the back of the hair, which looks really, really realistic. It looks exactly like R-Truth had his hair at this time. He doesn't have this hairstyle anymore. He did cut off his hair for his like Ron Killings heel run, which, dude, I'm just gonna say this right now. The camera's not really focusing, but there it is. I'm just gonna say this right now. They could have done that heel turn for R-Truth a heck of a lot better, dude. Like he had all the momentum. He had just come back. And then they like had him to like, not appear for weeks. He only had one match. Then he didn't appear again until John Cena turned face. Then he just turned face again. I don't know. I kind of want them to re-explore the idea of heel R-Truth in 2025, but I'm getting kind of off topic. We're here to talk about the figure. You can see this brand new torso for R-Truth, which might have been on the Elite 115. I don't have the Elite 115, so I can't attest to that. But it is the Apollo Crews style of torso, which does move pretty stiffly, not gonna lie. Like you don't get much in terms of moving to the back. Moving to the front, it's not too bad. You can probably get a little more than that. There you go. But I don't know. This torso is pretty stiff, but you can see all his tattoos. It says truth across his abdomen. You can see the R logo, and you can see the cross where it says 12/23/10 up here, which I guess it's like a date of something. I don't really know exactly what that date would be. If someone knows, let me know in the comments down below. But you have another cross over here on his right arm, and you can see the black wrist tape on his left, red wrist tape on his right, which is another really cool detail. This is a really cool attire for R-Truth. You can see the full jorts going on, which go roughly down to his upper calf area, where you can see the Awesome Truth logo on the side, which they did manage to perfectly print, even with all the different articulation here. You can see the Awesome Truth logo on both sides. Slight calf exposure at the bottom, the socks, and the shoes, which are the new style of ankle pivot. I hope these don't break off because on my Elite 113 Kofi Kingston, one of the shoes did break off, and it was these style of shoes. So I hope that doesn't happen in this R-Truth. But dude, this thing is really nice. I like this truth. Final thoughts on this R-Truth. It's going to be an outdated attire with, of course, the Awesome Truth logos. But if you get past that, I think this is a really cool and fun figure to have, especially when you put all the accessories on it, like the shirt, the World Tag Team Championship, and everything else, like the attire. It just ties it all together. This R-Truth is really fun. Now let's jump into his tag team partner, The Miz. into the final figure we will be talking about today, and probably the one that I'm most excited for. It is The Miz, because you guys, you don't know how long I've been wanting an elite of The Miz. I have three basic Mizes, two from like 2015, 2016, and then one from like 2020, sort of. So I've been needing an elite of The Miz for quite a long time. And here it is. I'm very happy to have it in the collection. Into his accessories first, we are going to be seeing the pointing interchangeable hands, which definitely make more sense for the Miz than they do Triple H, because you can do his like signature pose where he like points out into the crowd. And you can also see this headband. Now, I'm pretty sure we've seen this mold of headband for the Miz before, because it does fit on this other head sculpt. This is like the head sculpt they use for most Mizes of like recent times. They've used this headband, and it does fit on it pretty seamlessly. So I'm pretty sure we have seen this mold before, but it is obviously a fresh new design. The red, black, and white, and you can see the eyes on the front, which are kind of weird, not gonna lie. But this is still a cool headband. Into the Miz. Am I going to be swapping this head sculpt? Absolutely, dude. I don't think this looks good. I don't think it looks like the Miz. I mean, like as far as the face, I can see it. I mean, like that's the Miz. Like you look at the face, that's the Miz. But as far as like the hair, when you put on the headband, I was about to put it upside down there. But when you put on the headband, it kind of distracts you from the hair a little bit, and it does look like the Miz. But then when you take it off, the hair just doesn't look good. It looks like a faux hawk. I know the Miz had a faux hawk at one point in his career, but it doesn't work for the Miz nowadays. It looks like Hawk from Cobra Kai season 5. Like I don't know. I don't like the hair for this Miz. As far as this head sculpt, this is the head sculpt that I'm going to be swapping it with. This is the Miz head sculpt they've been using for years, and I think it looks pretty much exactly like the Miz. He's got that snarky little smirk going on. He's got the goatee, the TrueFX head sculpt technology. I definitely need to swap this Miz head sculpt onto the new Awesome Truth Elite, and then it will be perfect. But yes, you can see the Daniel Bryan torso that he's got going on, which definitely moves better than our Truths. You can see these basic arms with the double jointed feature, which works pretty good on both sides. You just have to break them in a little bit. Black wrist tape, microphone holding hands. You can see these trunks going on, which have some really cool logos on them. You can see the WWE logo, but it is upside down to of course replicate an M for the Miz. It does say B Miz on both sides, and it has an Awesome Truth logo on the back. You can also see the same logo on these knee pads. As for the leg articulation, I was worried, but the legs do actually move really well on this. I didn't see how it moved for R-Truth, so let me just test that real quick. Yeah, the legs are a little bit stiff on this R-Truth, if I'm being honest. I forgot to detail that on the R-Truth figure. Yeah, they are kind of stiff. That's a little disappointing. But back to the Miz, you can see the knee pads with the Awesome Truth logos, and these boots that have some pretty unique red and white stripe designs, and the updated ankle pivot. Other than that, they're pretty much black. I gotta say, outside of the head sculpt, this figure is pretty awesome. Sorry about that. But yes, guys, that about does it for the. Oops, I did it again. That about does it for the Awesome Truth 3-pack Walmart exclusive review. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you bump into this pack at Walmart like I did, it's going to set you back around $70. You might think that's worth it, you might not. As for me, I think you're getting your bang for your buck here, not gonna lie. You're getting three pretty solid elite figures, I'd say. You're getting two new World Tag Team Championships, which are first time in the lines, and you are getting this really unique table with the tablecloth over top of it, as well as the accessories that come with the figures. So I definitely think $70 is worth it for this pack, especially if you were a fan of the Awesome Truth storyline as much as I was. I definitely recommend it if you find this in Walmart. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Jed Wrestling out.